I am the Witch Coach. I've been a practicing witch for over 38 years, a high priestess trained in traditional Gardnerian methods, an ordained minister, Reiki master in traditional and holy fire, and a doctor of divinity. I've also worked in mental health and social services, and I bring all of that into the work I do, combining spiritual wisdom with real-world support to help others grow, heal, and thrive. For decades, I've guided empaths, intuitives, and spiritual seekers to rediscover their inner light. I achieve this through sacred spaces designed for learning, transformation, and community. The Mystical Mentorship Circle blends spiritual depth with practical skills. It's a paid group where I teach all kinds of things to help you find your spiritual stride, including psychic development, Reiki, divination methods, empathy, astrology, witchcraft, dreams, astral travel, ritual design, and more. Every lesson is recorded and available for self-paced learning, and members receive a weekly free spell or a custom 3-card reading live during Dancing with Witches. It's a space where magic becomes a lifestyle, and support is always within reach. The Witch Coach's Sanctuary and Marketplace is our free group. It's open to everyone and filled with resources, education, and spiritual support. We also feature trusted vendors, people I personally know, who offer magical tools, handmade goods, and enchanted items to elevate your practice. Sacred Shadow Healing is where the deepest work happens. This private online support group is dedicated to shadow work, emotional healing, and spiritual growth. I guide you through journaling, dream interpretation, triggers, trauma responses, inner child work, and subconscious awareness. It's a space of shared stories, gentle guidance, and sacred accountability. Because healing our shadows isn't just personal, it's communal. We grow together. We also have weekly live conversations and occasional Zoom meetings for group work and community. Each weekend, I read in person at Mythic Treasures in Rochester, offering free 1-card readings and full sessions at a range of prices. From crystal guidance to deep multi-deck spreads, I meet people where they are and help them step into clarity, confidence, and calm. I also lead the Mythic Open Circle, a monthly gathering for witches, pagans, and spiritual seekers of all paths and levels. Whether you're brand new or decades in, solitary, or part of a group, you are welcome. Each month, we explore a new topic, from spell work and energy management to communication with ancestors, always in a spirit of shared wisdom and community connection. And 3 nights a week, I host Dancing with Witches, my live psychic show streamed on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. This isn't just a reading show. It's a full magical experience. Every episode features free 1-card pulls and distance Reiki, along with a powerful signature, spell, and custom spreads designed to align with the moon phase, seasonal energy, or cosmic influence of the moment. I also hold drawings for free priority readings, offer live mediumship, and deliver messages from deities, ancestors, or spiritual guides of your choosing. It's interactive, heartfelt, and deeply transformative. This is where magic meets community in real time. Outside the lives, I am a proud member of Get Mad Radio, our 24/7 radio station, distributed on iHeartRadio and accessible by saying, "I want to listen to Get Mad Radio" to your Google Home or Alexa devices. Our mission is simple: making a difference through the power of radio. We spotlight local artists, host soul-centered conversations, and bring community-driven content to the airwaves. On Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern, my partner and dearest love, the Old Wolf, hosts Dancing with Wolves, a bold and witty show full of amazing music, satire, deep dives into life's chaos, and heartfelt interviews with artists and misfits alike. It's the kind of show that challenges you to think, laugh, and feel all in one sitting. And Thursdays at 4 p.m. Eastern, I host The Spiritual Spectrum, a show about energy, healing, growth, and inner transformation. Each week, we feature astrology reports from Jake, the master astrologer at Mythic Treasures, along with conversations that open the heart and stretch the spirit with guests from all walks of life. This is what I do. This is what we're building. A place where you can grow, be seen, be safe, and be magic. Thank you for tuning in. I'm live on Dancing with Witches, my live psychic show on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch, every Monday at 8 p.m., Wednesday at 9 p.m., and Friday at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I also have occasional daytime shows at random, so be sure to follow. I offer free readings on every live show. The free readings are the reading of the day, and you do not get to ask a question. To join the free list, simply like this video, subscribe or follow me, share this live stream, and then comment the word shared. Your reading will happen during breaks in the priority readings, whether you are here or not. So if you miss it, just go back and rewatch the video on Facebook or YouTube. For those who tip any amount at all, you'll skip the free list, join the priority list for your reading, be able to ask a question, and receive a complimentary money spell blessing. Additionally, you can donate for specialty readings as listed to the right of your screen for $20. It's $35 for mediumship to connect with your departed loved ones, or $30 for a channeled message from a divinity of your choice. You can also donate $13 for tonight's signature spell to be cast here on the show, or tonight's signature reading. You could get both for only $21. Ask about what tonight's spell is about. All who donate money for anything go on the priority list and skip the free list line. Your support is truly valued by me and my family, helping me continue to share these moments with you. Don't forget to invite your friends and tune in at the start of every live show for a free Reiki healing experience. Thank you for your generosity, and may you receive abundant blessings as you have blessed me.
Hello, everybody. So these are the people that I have so far on the free list: Jennifer, Becca, Chris, Moon Dizzle, and Anna Jeter. For some reason, I'm missing somebody. Country Love just got on it. Hold on. So wait, Jennifer, because I put Becca in there twice. So I have Jennifer, Becca, Chris. Let's see. Yeah, here we go. All right, so here it is. Jennifer, Becca, Chris, Moon Dizzle, Annalise, and Country Love Homestead are on the shared list so far. Adding Artemis. Hello, my darling. Cindy, did you share yet? So yeah, those are the people entered. Jennifer, Becca, Chris, Moon Dizzle, Annalise, Country Love, Artemis, and I'm sure Cindy in a second as soon as she says shared. But yeah, those are people on the free list. So if you guys want to get a reading, here's how.
Are you ready to get a tarot reading, but find yourself bewildered by all the choices available on the screen? Let's make your decision easier. If love is on your mind, our love and relationship reading, priced at $20, can shine a light on your path, whether you're single, interested in someone, or already in a relationship. Curious about a deeper insight into your life? The full Spirit Insight reading provides an in-depth look into a specific question or offers a comprehensive general reading to hear what the universe needs you to know for only $20. Explore the realms of your soul or your spiritual gifts and how to unlock them with the Akashic Records reading, or uncover your life's true purpose with the Life Purpose reading, which will help you discover what your soul's purpose is, what you are meant to do in service to your purpose in this lifetime, and keys to help you accomplish your purpose, each available for only $20. Navigate through your financial journey with clarity from our finances reading, or connect to nature and your animal guides and learn deep lessons about what their spirits have to tell you through the Animal Spirit reading. Also, $20 each. Get an ancestor reading for $20 to hear messages of strength and hope from your ancient ancestors, your recent ancestors, and your spiritual family ancestors to help you in your journey and know you are not alone. Dive deep into your psyche with the Subconscious Insight reading for $20. Discovering the messages your subconscious self is sending and their significance. In this reading, you will learn how your subconscious is working for or against you. What are the shadows driving your thinking patterns? And what is the linchpin to resolving the issue so that you can resolve your inner demons and get a good look into your shadow work? Reveal your hidden talents and divine gifts with the Spiritual Gifts reading, or listen closely to the messages from your spirit guides that they have been trying to tell you with the Spirit Guide Messages reading. Also for $20. Experience transformation and healing with a live Reiki and chakra cleansing session for $20. I do give a free Reiki session at the beginning of every live show, but this paid option is a Reiki session that's focused directly on your needs, balancing and cleansing your chakras, and bringing you healing and balance mentally, physically, and emotionally. Mediumship, which is talking to your dearly departed, is available for only $35. This allows for a connection with loved ones who have crossed over more than 30 days ago, bringing messages of love and closure. For direct messages from the divine, opt for the Channel Divine Message service for $30, offering profound insights and guidance from your guides, your higher self, the universe, or a specified god or goddess of your choice. If you are unsure if I can connect with your preferred source, please ask first. Tipping any amount is also honored with the ability to ask a question. You do not need to get a specialty reading. Tippers will get a reading that is in accordance to their donation, be able to ask a question, and anyone who sends money for a tip, a spell, or a specialty reading will get a free blessing in the Prosperity Bowl. Remember, a free reading requires no monetary exchange. Free readings are always available and are done during breaks in the priority readings as time allows. The free reading is a general one-card reading and does not include the ability to ask a question. You must donate if you wish to ask a question. To qualify for a free reading, like this video, follow or subscribe to this channel, share this live stream, and comment the word shared. I will confirm you have been added to the list, and your card will be read during this live show at some point, whether you are here or not. Curious about tonight's signature spell? Discover what magic we're weaving and have it cast for you on the show, and experience the magic with me as I cast for only $13. You should also ask about tonight's signature reading, also for $13, which will be a unique reading for the season, moon phase, or astrological correspondence. You could choose to get both for $21 total. Questions on which reading to choose or about tonight's signature spell or reading, feel free to ask. And if you're part of the Mystical Mentorship Circle, remember your free weekly 3-card reading is waiting. Just reach out. Remember, you can ask your question for a 3-card reading or get the signature spell for the night. Not part of the Mystical Mentorship Circle? Ask about how you can learn and grow in your spiritual path, as well as get a free weekly reading or spell on this show. Embark on this magical journey with me, uncovering the mysteries and insights that await. My family and I are deeply thankful for your ongoing support.
No wonder nobody's answering me. I'm like, why the hell is nobody answering me? You guys are like really super quiet tonight. So hi. I've been talking a lot about my shadow work group, and I was inviting everybody to let's do a little bit of shadow working together so that you can kind of understand what shadow work is and a little bit of how it works. And that, yeah, I was muted. But let's talk a little bit about how shadow work works. So I would like it if you guys would share, are you guys facing any kind of emotional difficulty this week? Or have you had a strong visceral emotional reaction to anything so far this week? Let's kind of like, it's What the Fuck Wednesday. So let's give me your what the fuck moment. What moment did you have this week where you went, what the fuck? And had an emotional fuck this shit style
emotional damage
style reaction to anything this week. And it can be something simple, it can be something light, it can be anything at all. Okay, there are a lot of different ways that our shadow kind of comes out, right? So this is one of those crazy things. So let's talk about it. I'm going to kind of put the little shadow video up for a moment while you guys type out, and we're going to do some live shadow working together tonight while you guys talk about what it is that has been coming out from your shadow this week.
You've spent your life hiding parts of yourself, the anger, the grief, the fear, the shame, told they were too messy, too much, too wrong to bring into the light. But those shadows, they're not your weakness, they're the map to your healing. Welcome to a space where the truth of who you are is not only allowed, it's honored. This is Sacred Shadow Healing, a witch-led circle for those ready to do the real work. The uncomfortable, honest, powerful work of facing what's been buried and learning how to hold it with love. Inside the group, you'll find structure and support, guided shadow work prompts, detailed guides to help you integrate your shadow, live sessions, private Zoom gatherings, a community that doesn't flinch when you speak your truth. Here, you are not broken. Here, we don't bypass pain. We walk through it together. We learn to listen to our shadows, and we begin to heal from the roots up. It's $20 a month to join, and it might just change your life. Your healing begins in the shadows. We're here when you're ready.
Okay, so we have a few people. So Cindy brings up the first thing and she says, for the last 4 days, I've been dealing with hip and leg pain and have no idea why. Talk about irritating. And now all of a sudden it's gone. You know what? That's a great thing for you to bring up for shadow work, Cindy. And from one priestess to another, I know that in all humility, you were putting that out there, knowing exactly how I would pick up and run with that. Because the body knows the score. The body remembers. The body holds our trauma. And many times when we have a hip or a leg pain specifically, we're carrying a burden. Think about one of those things back in the day that, how do you carry your babies? How do you carry your baby? You have your babies on your hip. You carry the babies on the hip. We're going to walk around carrying the babies on the hip. So you do the kind of mom thrust out hip thing. How many of you guys have done the mom thrust out hip thing? So you give your baby your hip bone there to sit on, and you're kind of walking around a little bit funky, a little bit sideways. It's got your leg out of whack, your hip out of whack, your back out of whack, because you're carrying your child around like that, okay? Well, you know what? This is so ingrained for thousands and thousands of years. Parents, mothers, and fathers alike have carried their children and their children's burdens like that. So many times energetically, if we're having a hip or a leg issue, we might be carrying a family burden, a family trauma, or we might be connected to somebody who is currently having an issue, and we're helping carry that burden just as we carried that little child years past. Other times it's an inner child wound that our inner child feels particularly heavy, in that moment, because we're needing to face and work with and deal with our inner child. So a lot of times that hip and leg pain can be a very big thing. Okay, we're going to address everybody's here. Okay. Artemis says, I have an anxiety attack that came out of nowhere. Artemis, talk to me, honey, about what was going on right before your anxiety attack and what was going on at the moment you were having your anxiety attack. One of the things that we need to do is look at things without judgment and with just curiosity. Let's look at the situations around us. Country Love says, my mood has been all over the place this week and I've been feeling wonky. Okay, so let's see, where is that emotion feeling? Kind of quantify wonky. To me, wonky feels like out of balance, dysregulated. But tell me what wonky means to you, Country Love. Jennifer says, Martin's son is losing his job on the 25th of this month, so I don't know if I have to move soon, so I'm on edge. So again, that's uncertainty and anxiety, okay? And that creates a visceral emotional reaction. And Jennifer, I mean, if anybody knows and has walked in uncertainty and anxiety, it's somebody who, like us, have gone through that widow journey where, boom, all of a sudden, everything that we thought is now up in the air and gone. So what you're dealing with is that kind of uncertainty and anxiety that you have there. Now, thankfully, you do have a partner that you can talk to and share this with. So share your thoughts and start working on possible solutions so that you can answer your anxieties with, okay, if this happens, then this will be my next step. Then I've got contingency plans. Does that make sense? Chris says, my frenemy, I skipped Moon. So Moon says, my shadow work affirmation this week is I am worthy of love and abundance and joy just as I am. I think that's wonderful because, we constantly feel like we have to justify our existence. We have to justify making space for ourselves. And you know what? You have the right to take up space simply because, Guess what? You were born. You came into existence. You didn't ask to be existenced. You just got existenced. And therefore you have the right, So there you go. So Chris says, my frenemy said he probably wants to pass in the next 6 months to a year and his things would get tossed. And I told him if that's what he wants to happen, but it's up to him to choose what happens. and somehow he took that as you're being selfish. Chris, for neurodivergence and also for anybody who's gone through complex PTSD or anything like that, we get wearied and exhausted by the people who come along and do the attention-seeking thing. Now, this particular individual, whom I happen to know, I believe was very much attention-seeking with that kind of comment. And he expected you to come in and like, oh no, don't do that. Don't think so negatively. Pick up and be positive and stuff like that. And you're just like, all right, if that's what you want, that's what you want. It is what it is. And he wasn't expecting that. His negative reaction to you was not about anything you did or didn't do. That was his own shadow acting out, because rather than simply saying, hey, I'm feeling like my existence isn't worth much, can you comfort me? He acted out like that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it just made me moving to Seattle sooner than you were looking into, but you can make a plan, you know? And yes, take up space. It does also mean making noise, Lana. Big fucking time. Absolutely. You have the right to take up space. You have the right to make noise. You have the right to be your authentic self. Nikki Page has here, I went on an audit evaluation and I was told they are over this place and looking for a new job. No accountability. Then tried to talk to them again today, and I'm accused of being sarcastic when I'm actually trying to help and meet them halfway. Okay. So one of the things that you can do, again, this is somebody who's acting out of silence or violence. Nikki, it sounds like this is less about shadow work for yourself and more about communication issues between you and said person. So let me put up my favorite book for you. All right. Especially if you're in a managerial role of any kind. If you're in a relationship of any kind, this book is fucking fantastic. Okay. This book is beyond amazing. It is a business book. Okay. Crucial conversations, tools for talking when the stakes are high. It is definitely a business book. Okay. And it is, but it's really good where when you want to have actual meaningful conversations and maybe get this audit evaluation subordinate of yours to where they're opening up and communicating. Okay. But remember, you can lead a horse to water. You can't make it drink. All you can do is make the space safe, offer the water, and then say, can we please share a watering hole together? Sometimes it works. And sometimes people are just stubborn buttheads. Not gonna lie. All right. Annalise, is there anything specifically connected to lower back and sciatic pain? Yes, the family wound that I was just describing with the hip is a hip and sciatic thing. That's normally a family wound. Also, the back normally has to do with, depending on where in the back it's located, of course, the lumbar area is associated with your sacral chakra. So that is your center for sexuality, sensuality, creativity, and your intuition, plus your base emotions. Okay. When I'm saying base emotions, I'm not talking about your higher emotions. I'm talking about fear, anger, joy, happiness, the big emotions that begins in your tummy where you have your butterflies. Okay. So hopefully you got that book. I'm going to take it off screen now. But that's where you get your tummy butterflies and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So yes, the lower back and sciatic pain are very much connected with that. Also, the back is connected with the psychosomatic carrying of other people's burdens. So whereas carrying the burden on the hip is normally a family or inner child thing, feeling the burden on the back feels like literally being the beast of burden for people. Okay. Let's see what else we got. Oh, Batfe, you shared. Let me put you on the list. We're just doing a little bit of What the Fuck Wednesday shadow work. Okay. Which we might do for a little while. For right now, we're going to do What the Fuck Wednesday shadow work kind of thing on the lives. Artemis was describing their panic attack from earlier. So Artemis has responded to us that I was just existing a minute before the attack, watching some silly videos of cats, I think, and then suddenly my heart started racing. My mind spiraled into an anxious tornado of many thoughts. What was the general gist of the tornado of thought processes? Just kind of give me that. Hopefully that helps. Diana, you shared, putting you on the free list. And yes, your heart went like crazy and hurt like crazy for like 5 minutes after. That's quite normal. Anna says, I also have an old injury that flares. I was kicked lightly in the back by a horse as a teen. Horses don't kick lightly. It might be lightly for a horse, but I'll tell you what, that's a lot harder than the hardest sucker punch a big old bodybuilder buff prize fighter would do. Not gonna lie, you know. So yeah. All right, I'm going to read off the free list as I have it right now. Jennifer, Becca, Chris, Moon, Anna, Lise, Country, Love, Artemis, Cindy, Bat Faye, Diana, and Just Diane. If you did not hear your name, please say shared, because this is also the list that I will be doing my drawings from. Your lower back left side disc inflammation is back. Like I said, when you're on a side by the hip, many times this is a parenting or a childhood wound that is carried within the body when you're looking at it in terms of shadow work and where your body is holding wounds. Okay, so Artemis, your main thought was you're not safe, you'll never be safe, and that you're a terrible person. Okay, so I know just because of what you and I've talked about, you are living at home right now. So you don't have a space where you can feel authentically you and authentically yourself. Am I getting the sense that maybe you get some pushback for your non-binary identity that you typically, that is your chosen identity and gender set? Do you get pushback for that? Do you also get pushback for the paganism? Are you getting pushback there that you're constantly feeling like you're not living under expectations? Because let me tell you why I think this panic attack happened for you. And this happens frequently. When you are in a constant fight or flight, hypervigilant situation, like I believe you to be in right now, Artemis, to where even if there's not a constant thing, you just kind of constantly feel that pressure that you're not okay with being yourself, you're not okay being in your authenticity, that you're not meeting expectations of the people around you, and there's not a place that you can escape to where you can actually have your autonomy and your space and your identity kind of thing. Okay. What happens is when you finally get in, you're on that edge, and you're in that fight or flight, freeze or fawn mode constantly. When you finally sit down like you did, and as you said, you were sitting there and you were watching a kitty cat video. Kitty cats relax you. You love kitty cats. Okay. So you're watching that kitty cat video. Your fight or flight, your adrenaline response is finally able to calm the fuck down. And that's when the emotions came crashing in. And that's what the panic attack was just like a moment of all of those emotions that you've picked up that rug and said, I can't deal with this right now. And then dumped the rug back over it. You just tripped. You tripped over the bump that all that dirt made. Okay. So you, to avoid things like this, will want to take spaces for yourself, journaling, whatever, and take some time to be able to express your authentic self and feel comfortable in your authentic self, whether it be online, whether it be in a journal, some kind of way where you can actually be yourself, a place where you can be yourself, where you can let your hair down and not worry that no matter what, you know, Mama Shiya is going to come back and say, I love you, honey. I love you no matter what. Have you had your veggies? You drinking water? Okay, that may be this space. There may be other spaces, Artemis, and the more, there doesn't have to be one space. Okay, it can be multiple different spaces where you can feel like you are permitted, you are given active permission to be your authentic self. This is an important thing for you. Having regulating activities like Diana is talking about, where she watches silly bulldogs on TikTok, and that's her zen because she has a bulldog because she loves her queen. Okay, that's excellent and wonderful too. a place where she can actually just let things down and giggle over bulldogs and not have to worry about feelings for a hot minute. That is a regulatory technique. But like I said, with what happened with you, Artemis, sometimes that can be just a letting down of the guard. And then all of a sudden, all those emotions that you've been holding back. Oh, let me watch this cute cat video. Oh, shit. All those emotions just hit me all at once.
Emotional damage.
You know, that's kind of what that is. And see, there it is. I'm misgendered every time I leave the storage room that they made space for me. I don't have anything of my practice with me because while my mom says she doesn't judge, there's a tang to the way she says. So again, you are in that hypervigilance mode of not being able to be yourself, okay? And being misgendered, or, you know, that they're referring to you as your born gender and born identity rather than your chosen and your identification, which is kind of sad. But some people are always going to be that way. And yes, I mean, it sucks that we're going to have to grow a thicker skin so we can just allow it, even for those who aren't even trying. I have a thicker skin for those who occasionally make the mistakes. Like, I am that person that I will, you know, they, them, and then I'll accidentally get into a he or she once in a while, you know, based upon, are they dressed that more he or she appearing today? And I'll jump into that he or she instead. No, wait a second, they, okay, kind of thing. And it's like, I'm making the effort. I'm trying, correct me, please. And I'm not going to be offended when you correct me. Those people I have all the grace for in the world, you know, because I understand it myself. But for people who are just like, oh, I know you're a they kind of person, and I'm going to be, yeah, she this and he that, and, you know, let me do everything I can to just kind of push your buttons kind of thing, whatever happens, you know. Anybody else have some shadow work that you guys would like to talk about? And we're going to work on healing some of those wounds with our Reiki as we go forward. So any more shadow work that you guys have that we want to go over before we get into our Reiki? Now, of course, in our group, in our shadow work group, we're doing a fuck ton more and about stuff like that. And here's a little bit about what is shadow work, since some of you are probably like, the fuck? What is it? What are we talking about again? Huh?
Before we can heal, we have to be willing to see. Shadow work begins not with force or urgency, but with a sacred willingness, a soft yes whispered into the dark. This unit is your invitation to step out of the light you've always known and into the place where truth lives quietly, waiting for you. What is the shadow? The shadow is the collection of parts of ourselves that we've hidden, denied, or rejected. Not because they were wrong, but because the world around us told us they were unacceptable. It can include things we view as negative, like anger, jealousy, or shame, but also powerful aspects like boldness, sexuality, deep desire, creativity, or intensity. Sometimes even our joy, our spiritual gifts, or our vulnerability have been exiled into the shadow if they weren't safe to express. The shadow forms through lived experience, trauma, social pressure, religious indoctrination, family dynamics, and cultural norms. It grows quietly when we tell ourselves, that part of me is too much, or if I show this, I won't be loved. Why do shadow work? Because you deserve to feel whole. You are not broken, but you are layered, and some of those layers are armor you no longer need. Shadow work is the process of reclaiming what you lost, making peace with what you feared, and integrating what you've run from. When we do this work, we stop projecting our pain onto others, release guilt and shame that doesn't belong to us, deepen our capacity for love, truth, and spiritual connection, and reclaim the full expression of who we are. Shadow work isn't about fixing yourself. It's about welcoming yourself home. The spiritual lens. Carl Jung described the shadow as the unconscious part of the personality which the conscious ego does not identify with. But in spiritual practice, we take it further. The shadow is sacred. It's not a villain to be destroyed. It's the wounded child, the silenced voice, the wild soul you buried to survive. Many spiritual traditions, especially earth-based and ancestral ones, view shadow as necessary for wholeness. It's the dark of the womb, not the void of destruction. It is the place of becoming. As witches, intuitives, mystics, or seekers, we don't fear the dark. We enter it willingly to bring back the truth. A soft beginning. This work isn't a race. You don't have to tear yourself open to prove your devotion to healing. We begin with compassion, with awareness, with breath. Before we dive into the depths in later units, this first step is to simply acknowledge the shadow. To say to yourself, there are parts of me I have not fully met yet. I'm ready to begin. You might already feel the shadow rising through your dreams, your body, your reactions, or your longing for something more honest. That means you're already in motion. Journaling prompts for Unit 1. Take your time. You can journal just one or explore them all throughout the week. Let yourself write what you're afraid to write. There are no wrong answers, only truth trying to speak. What parts of myself have I had to hide in order to be accepted? When was the first time I felt like being me was not safe? What do I feel when I hear the words shadow work? Curiosity, resistance, fear, longing?
Okay, so we're going to play a little bit of a game to kind of do a little bit of shadow work together with this, okay? So I gave some journal prompts at the end of that video, and the first one would be, what part of myself do I feel like I have to hide? Okay, so that's one question. The second one is, what is my reaction when I hear the word shadow work? Okay, and well, actually, let's just go with those two. What is it that you feel like you have to hide from people in order to be accepted in the room? And how does shadow work and facing shadow work make you feel? All right. Now, the game that we're going to play with this is that anybody who gives me an answer, because we are sacred witnesses, anybody who gives me an answer is going to get a Q next to their name on the free list and get a chance to actually ask a question with their card tonight. So we're going to do a little bit of shadow work. Okay. So anybody who can answer one of those shadow work prompts, and you know what? I'm going to pull the unit up because, let me see. I want to put the exact questions up that I had on there. So I'm going to go open into Word. And I'm going to open into my Sacred Shadow Healing. That's Unit 1, the birth of the shadow. Here we go. I type all this stuff out and then I put it into my video thing and then create the video from there. So yes, these are the 3 questions. Anybody who gives me an answer to those 3 questions, any of those 3 questions, I will absolutely, it just posted everywhere. I will absolutely put you down for a question. So Artemis says, I feel like I have to hide anything that someone's called weird for me. All right. That is fair. That is very fair. You know, it's kind of one of those things where it's like, yeah. Anybody says you're weird for this, you're just like, oh, well, now I'm being judged for that. And now I'm going to judge myself harder. So Artemis, I'm putting a Q by your name and you get to ask a question there. Let's see. Cindy says your true self. It's hard to release your true self in front of others because you're afraid that they're going to judge you. Yeah. I get that. I get very afraid of people's judgments myself. Big time. Hi, Ivo Fur. Good to see you, my dear. We're doing a little bit of shadow work together, and then we're going to get into our Reiki. But anybody who answers any of those shadow work journaling prompts here is going to get a Q by their name and be able to ask a question tonight. So we can, and like I said, we're not going to be judging. We're just looking at this with curiosity. We're looking at this with intent. Okay, of being a sacred witness, of saying, you know what, I see that, and that's fair. That's a valid feeling. We're holding space tonight. This is a safe space for you to be able to be in. Okay, now keep in mind, you probably don't want to share your deepest of deepest because it is a more public space than, for example, the group where it's completely private, you know. Batface says, ever since I went into the hospital for my mental health, I've stopped hiding. If they judge me, that's their own problem. I'm happier the way I am now. Excellent. Thank you for sharing that, Batface. I appreciate your input there. You know what? That is a valid thing, that sometimes we have something that happens to us in our life, and that something basically tells us, I am not putting myself last anymore. Anybody else have an answer to any of these prompts? Anybody who answers any of these journal prompts is going to be able to ask a question with their free one card tonight. So this is my rewarding you for being vulnerable. Because there is a strength in vulnerability, my friends. There is a strength in vulnerability. So Jennifer, you're scared of people not liking your true self. Let me ask a question for all of those who are answering. I'm seeing a similar kind of thing. For those who are afraid of being judged, let me ask you a question for you to kind of answer in your own time, for you to kind of think about in doing your shadow work. Do you like you? And if so, what do you like about you? And if no, why don't you like that about you? So figure out what it is you like about you and you don't like about you, and then find out why you don't like it about you. Sometimes we find the same thing that we're seeing here is that we don't like it not because we don't want that, not because we don't like ourselves for it, but because we're afraid of being judged by other people on our behaviors, our questions, our thoughts. And that is very fair, because people are very, very judgy, because, we are judgy. But I promise you, people are probably spending a lot less energy judging you than you spend on judging yourself. Annalise says that she has learned to keep her deep thoughts to herself in order to stay safe. Yeah, you know what? That is absolutely fair. And I get that same way, because sometimes people cannot be trusted with our deep thoughts, with our inner selves. And that's where time and patience allows to see if somebody is trustworthy enough for the whole us or deeper parts of ourselves to be a part of the conversation. And the only way we can really develop that is with time with somebody, to find who we are safest to bring our deepest selves out with. Moondizzle says she's learned to hide her voice. She judges others for their unapologetic nature, and she feels split in her fierce defensiveness of myself and seeing all perspectives to the point of allowing myself to come last in my life. And one of the things, Moon, when you're going through and kind of shadow working, that is, where did it begin to where you felt like you had to hide your voice? And has that changed? Are you in a better place in your life where you can now have the authority to speak your voice when you want to? Batface says, I've been blocked out of groups and it hurts, and I've made my own community that I can feel safe and others like me can feel safe. Yes. And hopefully you feel safe in a lot of the communities and events that we have created at Mythic Treasures, because that's part of what Sue has been really trying very hard to build there. And a lot of us who are working in conjunction with that is to create a safe space to where everybody's authentic self can be out and proud. However, whether that be out of the gender closet, whether that be out of the broom closet, it's just like, you know what? Maybe Mythic Treasures is just one big closet that we're all piling into and having a closet party. I don't know. But at least in there, we can all be ourselves. Thank the gods it's a big room, right? And it's a big place, so that's good. Cindy says, I agree. I was afraid of being judged for a very long time. But as you know me, I stand up for everybody and anything. So it took me a long time to walk away and say, you can judge me all you want to. I'm not judging you. Cindy, that is a wonderful way as a priestess for you to be able to transmute that. And I honor you for the deep work that you've done to get to that point. Have you found that there are still some areas where you become a little overly self-conscious, or do you feel like you've completely overcome that? Moondizzle, she says, my earliest memories, I got so much better when I was in my late teens, early 20s, and then I went through something that made me feel small, and now I begin the journey again to find my voice and trust my safety to others again. That's excellent. When that happens, though, it tells you, and this was actually the guide that I just did on stepping into your shadow and how to step into your shadow, was being able to, sometimes you go to a certain point and you do your shadow work there. And then weeks or years later even, you're triggered again. And you have to follow that same thread of your shadow work. But then you realize there's a deeper root to it. That you pulled the weed up, but you know what? There was a little fragment of that root there that allowed a portion of that weed to grow the fuck back. And so you kind of got to go a little deeper and dig up that root and bring it kicking and screaming into the light and integrate your shadow with yourself, okay? Remember, guys, shadow work isn't about fixing. The fixing happens naturally. You heard me right. Shadow work is not fixing. The shadow work is about integrating, about getting to know you and deciding, literally rebranding yourself, deciding who you want to be for you. If there is a different version of you that goes with different people, depending on the level of involvement that these people have in your life. Like Annalise was saying before, there's certain people that she can't share her deepest part of herself. But I know there's certain people that she can. And it's about finding and determining who those people are in your life. And then we go through these test processes to see, okay, I'm going to put a little bit of myself out there and see how you react. Oh, you reacted well. Here's a little more. Oh, you reacted well. Oh, here's a little. Oh, that's too much. Okay. I know you can handle this, but once we go past that depth, yeah, not so good. Okay. Cindy says, I've completely overcome that. Excellent. Because I've learned that people are going to judge no matter who you are or what you believe in. So I just tell them, reference, go look at your own self in the mirror and judge yourself, and then come back and try to judge me. I don't know, it's just something I do and it helps. You know what? Whatever it takes, because it is true. There is nothing that you're going to be able to do, because you can't control other people, to get them to start judging you. Country is like, wow, I always thought I had to fix it through shadow work. Makes sense. No, the fixing comes naturally. Shadow work is not about fixing. Shadow work is about getting to know yourself and accepting and adopting parts of yourself, and then deciding once you, okay, this is a part of myself that's been buried. I don't like it. So here's how I'm going to address it and kind of work on from that point, I'm going to make my own cognitive behavioral change so that I'm not reacting in ways that I'm unhappy with. Or it would be like, you know what? I'm okay with the fact that I have a visceral emotional reaction to this. This is the protection mode that I have created for myself. And until I no longer need protection in this particular area or avenue of my life, then fuck yeah, I'm going to keep those razor sharp reflexes to where if somebody scares me, you're going to get punched in the face. Okay? Maybe not until you move out to the country and get away from the war zone are you able to let go and loosen that gut punch reaction. No, Jess, you haven't. We're just actually about ready to get into Reiki. We paused off to do some shadow work together because we have been focusing on my new shadow work group. So I'm going to give a couple seconds more for you guys to share anything shadow work wise. I'll be back right after I show the video here for it, and then we will do some Reiki.
You've spent your life hiding parts of yourself, the anger, the grief, the fear, the shame, told they were too messy, too much, too wrong to bring into the light. But those shadows, they're not your weakness, they're the map to your healing. Welcome to a space where the truth of who you are is not only allowed, it's honored. This is Sacred Shadow Healing, a witch-led circle for those ready to do the real work. The uncomfortable, honest, powerful work of facing what's been buried and learning how to hold it with love. Inside the group, you'll find structure and support, guided shadow work prompts, detailed guides to help you integrate your shadow, live sessions, private Zoom gatherings, a community that doesn't flinch when you speak your truth. Here, you are not broken. Here, we don't bypass pain. We walk through it together. We learn to listen to our shadows, and we begin to heal from the roots up. It's $20 a month to join, and it might just change your life. Your healing begins in the shadows. We're here when you're ready.
Yeah. Shadow work is an important thing. So, okay, we have done with that, and we are going to get into some Reiki. Time for some healing. So let's start sending those Reiki requests, and let's go on a Reiki journey together. Focus on your breathing. Breathing in the good shit. Breathing out the bad shit.
Welcome to this guided meditation and Reiki healing session. Reiki is a Japanese energy healing technique that channels life force energy to support balance, harmony, and well-being on all levels. It's a gentle yet transformative energy, flowing where it's needed most. As you listen to this meditation, I am sending Reiki to all who are joining, whether you're here live or listening to the replay. This energy is here to support you, helping release blocks and bring balance to each of your chakras. You're also welcome to share any Reiki requests, whether for yourself, loved ones, or friends. These intentions will receive Reiki energy throughout this meditation. Take a deep breath, open yourself to receive this healing, and let's begin. Bring your focus to your root chakra, located at the base of your spine. Envision a warm, glowing red light here, anchoring you deeply to the earth, like roots extending downward. This chakra represents your foundation, stability, and security. When blocked, it can feel like fear, instability, or insecurity. Imagine these feelings as heavy stones weighing down the base of your spine. As Reiki energy flows into this space, visualize the stones dissolving into the earth, leaving your energy lighter, stronger, and grounded. With each breath, draw strength from the earth, filling you with a deep sense of safety, security, and peace. Take this time to request Reiki for any challenges related to stability, security, or support for yourself or loved ones. Now, bring your awareness to the sacral chakra located just below your navel. Imagine a vibrant orange light swirling here, like the warmth of a rising sun. This chakra is the center of emotions, creativity, and joy. Blocks here may feel like suppressed emotions, guilt, or a disconnection from joy. Picture these blocks as murky waters clouding the orange light. As Reiki energy flows in, see the waters clearing, leaving the orange light bright and warm, radiating outward. Feel this energy restoring joy, creativity, and emotional ease, bringing a gentle excitement back into your life. If there are areas where you or others need healing in relationships, creativity, or emotional flow, please share your requests as Reiki is sent to all intentions. Now, move your focus to the solar plexus chakra, located at the base of your diaphragm. Visualize a bright yellow light here, like a golden sun, radiating strength and confidence. This chakra is the seat of personal power, self-esteem, and motivation. Blocks here often appear as self-doubt, fear of failure, or feeling powerless. Imagine these blocks as clouds covering your inner sun. As Reiki energy flows into this space, the clouds gently dissolve, allowing the sunlight to radiate freely. Feel your inner power and confidence awakening, filling you with motivation and clarity in your purpose. Feel free to request Reiki for any areas where you seek personal empowerment, courage, or motivation for yourself or others. Next, Bring your attention to the heart chakra at the center of your chest. See a vibrant green light glowing here, like a lush garden blossoming in warmth and compassion. This chakra is the center of love, empathy, and forgiveness. Blocks here can come from past hurts, grief, or a fear of vulnerability. Visualize these blocks as thorns or vines around the heart. As Reiki flows in, see these thorns dissolve. And the green light expanding freely, filling you with love, compassion, and forgiveness. Feel a sense of peace and harmony settling into all areas of your life. If you or others have any requests for emotional healing, love, or forgiveness, share them now as Reiki continues to flow. Now, shift your focus to the throat chakra, located at the base of your throat. Picture a soothing blue light here, clear and expansive like an open sky. This chakra governs communication, truth, and self-expression. Blocks here may manifest as a fear of speaking up, feeling unheard, or being unable to express your true self. Imagine these blocks as tight knots in the throat. As Reiki flows, each knot begins to untie, freeing your voice and bringing ease to your words. Feel a gentle confidence rising within, helping you to express your truth with love and clarity. You're welcome to share any Reiki requests related to communication, clarity, or expression for yourself or others. Now bring your focus to the third eye chakra, located between your eyebrows. Imagine an indigo light, clear and deep as the night sky, radiating from this center. This chakra is the seat of intuition, inner vision, and wisdom. Blocks here can manifest as mental fog, confusion, or fear of inner knowing. Picture these blocks as a thick mist clouding your vision. As Reiki flows in, the mist lifts, leaving the indigo light sharp and vibrant. Feel your intuition awakening, your mind clearing, and a calm wisdom guiding you forward. This is a time to request Reiki for insight, intuition, or mental clarity for yourself or others as Reiki continues to flow. Now, bring your awareness to the crown chakra at the top of your head. See a brilliant violet or pure white light here, symbolizing your connection to the divine, higher consciousness, and spiritual awareness. Blocks in this chakra may feel like disconnection, lack of purpose, or spiritual doubt. Imagine these blocks as a cloudy veil hovering above your head. As Reiki energy flows, the veil lifts, allowing the light to expand infinitely, connecting you to the universe and filling you with a sense of purpose, peace, and unity. Feel free to share any final Reiki requests for spiritual alignment, clarity, or connection for yourself or others. I am sending Reiki for all. As we conclude, take a deep breath and feel the Reiki energy balanced and harmonized in each chakra, bringing renewed health, strength, and clarity to your body, mind, and spirit. Reflect on the healing you've received and the intentions you've shared, knowing they are held in a field of love and light. Now, as we close, bring your hands together at your heart in a gesture of gratitude. Imagine a warm light in your heart center, radiating outward to the world around you. This light is your connection to others, to all beings, and to the Reiki energy that flows freely and abundantly. This light represents Namaste, a word that means the divine in me honors the divine in you. Feel this connection to everyone sharing this moment with you, to those you love, and to those who may need healing. Carry this energy with you as you go about your day, allowing its healing to continue flowing through you. If this Reiki experience has brought you peace, clarity, or balance, I invite you to share your reflections in the comments. Tell me how this Reiki has helped you or how you experienced the energy today. Your experience may inspire or uplift others on their healing journey. Thank you for being a part of this healing experience. May you walk forward with healing and empowerment. Namaste, beloved Spirit Tribe.
How did that feel for everybody? Everybody feeling a little more refreshed? I know we had a deep shadow working session together, and that led to some wonderful and beautiful conversations that I think are very helpful. Don't forget, we do have the signature spell and reading tonight. If you want to get on the free list, here's how.
Thank you for tuning in. I'm live on Dancing with Witches, my live psychic show on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch, every Monday at 8 p.m., Wednesday at 9 p.m., and Friday at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I also have occasional daytime shows at random, so be sure to follow. I offer free readings on every live show. The free readings are the reading of the day, and you do not get to ask a question. To join the free list, simply like this video, subscribe or follow me, share this live stream, and then comment the word shared. Your reading will happen during breaks in the priority readings, whether you are here or not. So if you miss it, just go back and rewatch the video on Facebook or YouTube. For those who tip any amount at all, you'll skip the free list, join the priority list for your reading, be able to ask a question, and receive a complimentary money spell blessing. Additionally, you can donate for specialty readings as listed to the right of your screen for $20. It's $35 for mediumship to connect with your departed loved ones, or $30 for a channeled message from a divinity of your choice. You can also donate $13 for tonight's signature spell to be cast here on the show, or tonight's signature reading. You could get both for only $21. Ask about what tonight's spell is about. All who donate money for anything go on the priority list and skip the free list line. Your support is truly valued by me and my family, helping me continue to share these moments with you. Don't forget to invite your friends and tune in at the start of every live show for a free Reiki healing experience. Thank you for your generosity, and may you receive abundant blessings as you have blessed me.
Del, you are on the free list, and everybody who's on the free list is Jennifer, Becca, Chris, Moon, Anna, Country, Artemis, Cindy, Bat Faye, Diana, Jess, and Adele. If you didn't hear your name, it's because I haven't seen you say shared, and don't worry, everybody is entered in for tonight's free reading drawing, okay? So you must be present to win the free reading drawing, and it will be random based upon whoever's on the free list. Amy, you're up first, my darling. So you're going to need to let me know, what did you want? Did you want to go with your channeled message from Hecate first, or did you want to do your spell and reading combo first? And for those who are wondering what the signature spell and reading are for the night,
there's a weight that some of us carry, one that doesn't begin with us, but lives in our blood, our bones, our hearts, that beat with stories we didn't write. Under the pink full moon in Libra, and through the waning of the pink moon, I'm casting Spiral of Healing. A ritual to unbind generational pain, to lift the weight of ancestral wounds, and return peace to the soul that's been holding it all. This sacred spell calls on the ancestors through the rose quartz skull, activates release with the healer coil crystal, and restores wholeness with the rose quartz sphere. And with it, I've crafted a companion reading, Within Me, the Line is Healed. A 3-card spread to uncover what you carry, how you're meant to heal it, and what becomes possible when you do. The spell and reading are each $13, or $21 for both. Join me, Live for Dancing with Witches, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern. Free 1-card pulls, Reiki blessings, and spell casting on every live, and even free reading giveaways, all woven with love and magic, just for you.
All right, spell and reading combo is first. That sounds great. Let me know, tell me as your portion of the spell, Amy, that you are ready to heal your ancestral wound. This is a very, very powerful spell. The last of it will be Friday night. So this week is tonight and Friday night, and then the spell will be gone forever because we don't repeat these. We might have similar themes, but we don't repeat them. So yes, we've got our spell stuff ready here. Let me know that you are ready to heal your ancestral wounds, and we will get our spell going. So we have Maxine, which is our crystal rose quartz skull. We have our rose quartz healer that's a part of this. And then we have our rose quartz sphere for the healing as part of this. Amy has stated that she is ready to heal her ancestral wounds. I call upon the God and Goddess. I call upon the Lord and Lady. I call upon the Spirit of the universe, the Spirit of all, to assist me in casting the Spiral of Healing Pink Moon Ritual for my friend and sister, Amy Vanek. My hand rests firm on crystal bone. I call the ones who wept alone. Ancestors cry through blood and time. Bring healing now and break the line. The coil is lit with sacred flame, and through this one we shift the name. Amy, you are the vessel, brave and true. With Spirit's aid, you'll see it through. The sphere now hums with light and grace, wholeness returning to this space. You learn to love what you contain and hold yourself through joy and pain. With free will to all and harm to none, as we will, it is now done. So mote it be. Ooh, boy. Where'd you feel that? I definitely felt some family energy in there. I'm feeling that back and hip kind of thing we were talking about. I'm also feeling, interestingly enough, a heaviness on my third eye with that one, Amy. I'm not sure what that's about, other than maybe part of your ancestral womb was locking you away from your intuition. Definitely feeling it there. Hello, Jonathan. So let's put this over to the side here a little bit and get our special cards out for your signature spell, our signature reading, which is called Within Me, the Line is Healed. So let's look at the wound that's carried through the line. This card, oh, holy shit. Okay, now I understand the third eye thing. Your chest, okay, your heart chakra. Gotcha. The wound carried through the line. This card reveals emotional or energetic wound that's echoed through your lineage and what's asking to be healed through you right now. And we have the moon. And what I'm feeling like is like this kind of feeling, this need to hide yourself, to try to balance out competing demands and to hide. So I don't know if your entire family line has been about hiding, not being your authentic self is kind of like a lot what I'm feeling here. It's just this kind of like, let's try to put the best spin we can on things, and let's like hide our magic in the dark and hide who we are in the dark, and then put the best spin on things to the public that we can. That is a very heavy one to carry. Amy, you're going, wow. Okay, I guess nail, head, boom. Okay. But yeah, that's heavy. I have a feeling that's going to come out somehow with our thing from Hecate, because I think that's why you wanted to go first. The healer's role. This card here shows how you're being called to transmute or alchemize the pain. It might reflect your strengths, your sacred purpose, or what supports you have from spirit or ancestors. And interestingly enough, I have here the Seven of Wands. And I'm feeling like this is definitely the spirits of your ancestors that are coming along to kind of protect your peace and say, you know, we'll defend you. We couldn't defend ourselves, but we'll defend you. So I feel like you have a lot of extra support from your ancestors that are willing to hold space for you and hold you in peace and kind of defend you from energetic all-comers that are going to come at you, whether it be in jealousy or whether it be because they haven't done their own fucking shadow work or what have you. But your ancestors are ready to defend you and to defend your magical gifts and abilities. So I feel like you have a direct support from your ancestors on healing this ancestral wound. Look, when you think about it, even in my lifetime, I am 50. I turned 50 this year. And in my lifetime, I have seen, and living in the South, I have seen that hiding and being completely in the closet and been there, done that, burned the t-shirt to the point to where I am actually able to say I'm a witch and not have the same levels of reactions I had before. I'm not going to say I don't get a reaction from like the Christians and stuff like that. I still have occasionally some of them like, oh, you must be evil. And it's like, I'm sorry, honey, but no, I'm not evil. I'm here to help people. I'm here to help them live their best life. I'm here to help them find their own path to God, even if that happens to be inside of Christianity, because I don't discriminate on that the way you do. I am spiritual. I'm an omnitheist. I believe that all paths have validity to them, but not one path holds all the truth. Every path has some truth to it, has something that we can learn from, has something that we can grow from. So let's see what your path to wholeness is. This card is representing the integration, the self-love, the peace or the understanding that becomes possible when the healing spiral is complete. And I love this because the Eight of Cups is literally about saying, okay, I have processed my feelings. I have set them behind me. I now turn my back to that past and recognize that I need to move on to something higher, greater, better, something that resonates more with myself. And it's just this kind of like, all right, now that's over with. Let's go do something fun. That's kind of how that card always comes across to me, if that makes some sense. All right. Oh, man. I've had enough of RFK. I just got RFK news, and it's like I've had enough of that shit. Really? I mean, could we have somebody more ignorant in a government role that's supposed to not be ignorant? Jesus Christ. Sorry, no offense, but every offense. Okay? RFK can go suck it. But anyway, Amy, there's nothing more freeing than being able to set that behind you and walk forward, you know? And yeah, in a small town in Texas, it is still safer to stay hidden as a pagan, but you're not going to have somebody burning crosses on your lawn. Okay? You can wear a pentagram in places. You'll just get weird looks and like people talking about you and stuff like that, maybe keeping you out of things. But the level of persecution that we used to have as a pagan, even in Texas, is completely different than what it is now. So we've come a long way, even in my lifetime. All right, so Amy, let's do your money spell with this. And then you're sure you don't have any particular subject. You just want to hear whatever Hecate wants to say to you. I know you do, Jonathan. You've got a lot of traumas to work through on that. Maybe you should be doing some shadow work. And trust me, I am planning a religious trauma shadow work unit in there as well. All right, so for you, Jonathan, I'm sorry, not Jonathan, for you, Amy, here we go. Money unto thee, abundant wealth, 3 times 3, with free will to all and harm to none, as we will. It is now done, so mote it be. All right, so one of the things that I definitely hate is being perceived while doing any kind of a channel thingy. So what we're going to do before we do channel Hecate here is that we're going to bring in a little meditation video. And I think we're going to do this one because I like this one. All right, and I'm going to work on connecting with Hecate for a minute. So while we do that, here's a little video for y'all to watch about all the crazy shit I do.
I am the Witch Coach. I've been a practicing witch for over 38 years, a high priestess trained in traditional Gardnerian methods, an ordained minister, Reiki master in traditional and holy fire, and a doctor of divinity. I've also worked in mental health and social services, and I bring all of that into the work I do, combining spiritual wisdom with real-world support to help others grow, heal, and thrive. For decades, I've guided empaths, intuitives, and spiritual seekers to rediscover their inner light. I achieve this through sacred spaces designed for learning, transformation, and community. The Mystical Mentorship Circle blends spiritual depth with practical skills. It's a paid group where I teach all kinds of things to help you find your spiritual stride, including psychic development, Reiki, divination methods, empathy, astrology, witchcraft, dreams, astral travel, ritual design, and more. Every lesson is recorded and available for self-paced learning, and members receive a weekly free spell or a custom 3-card reading live during Dancing with Witches. It's a space where magic becomes a lifestyle, and support is always within reach. The Witch Coaches Sanctuary and Marketplace is our free group. It's open to everyone and filled with resources, education, and spiritual support. We also feature trusted vendors, people I personally know, who offer magical tools, handmade goods, and enchanted items to elevate your practice. Sacred Shadow Healing is where the deepest work happens. This private online support group is dedicated to shadow work, emotional healing, and spiritual growth. I guide you through journaling, dream interpretation, triggers, trauma responses, inner child work, and subconscious awareness. It's a space of shared stories, gentle guidance, and sacred accountability. Because healing our shadows isn't just personal, it's communal. We grow together. We also have weekly live conversations and occasional Zoom meetings for group work and community. Each weekend, I read in person at Mythic Treasures in Rochester, offering free 1-card readings and full sessions at a range of prices. From crystal guidance to deep multi-deck spreads, I meet people where they are and help them step into clarity, confidence, and calm. I also lead the Mythic Open Circle, a monthly gathering for witches, pagans, and spiritual seekers of all paths and levels. Whether you're brand new or decades in, solitary, or part of a group, you are welcome. Each month, we explore a new topic, from spell work and energy management to communication with ancestors, always in a spirit of shared wisdom and community connection. And 3 nights a week, I host Dancing with Witches, my live psychic show streamed on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. This isn't just a reading show. It's a full magical experience. Every episode features free 1-card pulls and distance Reiki, along with a powerful signature, spell, and custom spreads designed to align with the moon phase, seasonal energy, or cosmic influence of the moment. I also hold drawings for free priority readings, offer live mediumship, and deliver messages from deities, ancestors, or spiritual guides of your choosing. It's interactive, heartfelt, and deeply transformative. This is where magic meets community in real time. Outside the lives, I am a proud member of Get Mad Radio, our 24/7 radio station, distributed on iHeartRadio and accessible by saying, "I want to listen to Get Mad Radio" to your Google Home or Alexa devices. Our mission is simple, making a difference through the power of radio. We spotlight local artists, host soul-centered conversations, and bring community-driven content to the airwaves. On Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern, my partner and dearest love, The Old Wolf, hosts Dancing with Wolves, a bold and witty show full of amazing music, satire, deep dives into life's chaos, and heartfelt interviews with artists and misfits alike. It's the kind of show that challenges you to think, laugh, and feel all in one sitting. And Thursdays at 4 p.m. Eastern, I host The Spiritual Spectrum, a show about energy, healing, growth, and inner transformation. Each week, we feature astrology reports from Jake, the master astrologer at Mythic Treasures, along with conversations that open the heart and stretch the spirit with guests from all walks of life. This is what I do. This is what we're building. A place where you can grow, be seen, be safe, and be magic.
Call upon Hecate to come forth, to let your presence be known, to let your voice be heard. Your child, Amy Marie, has come forward to ask of you for your wisdom and your guidance. Come to us now and let us hear your wisdom. Child of the crossroads, I see you. I do not come to you tonight in softness. I come in fire and in wind and in the ache of becoming. I come because you have asked, and I never ignore a soul who truly calls to me. You have stood, Amy, on the threshold for far too long, child. And it is not because you don't know which direction to go. It's because you have been waiting for permission. Permission to trust your own knowing. Permission to stand in your truth without explanation. Permission to stop looking around the circle for someone wiser to nod to before you speak. But that nod, Amy, is not coming, not in the way you hope. And that's not a punishment, child. It is a blessing in disguise. You were not made to be a follower on this path, Amy. You were born to be a fire starter. I have watched you. I have seen the sacred pain in your heart, the way you feel everything so deeply, how you carry others' wounds in your own spirit, how easily you are pierced by betrayal and confusion, especially from those who claim to walk the same path of light and shadow. You want so deeply to believe in people, and that hope, it's beautiful, child. It is holy, but it cannot exist without discernment. You ask about guidance. You ask for a mentor, and I tell you this, your mentors are already here, but not in the way you've expected. The one mentor you've longed for, the one that will hold you and guide you and affirm you, he lives in fragments, scattered like bones across your journey. You will find her voice in the books that call to you from the shelf. In the moment that somebody you barely know says something that strikes your soul like lightning. In the song that plays just as you question your worth. In the memories of your ancestors who speak through dreams and symbols, through memes and videos. And yes, even in the ache of your own body when you resist the next step. You see, child, my daughter, your journey was not meant to be shaped by one person's hands. It is too vast, too ancient, too powerful. You have asked, child, for someone who can show you the way. But you, Amy, you are the way. You are meant to collect the lessons one torch at a time. For many who don't even realize that they're teachers. Some will pass through like ghosts, brief and intense. Others will linger only to reveal their flaws and fall away. Some will give you a lesson for a time and then reveal themselves to be less than ideal, but their lessons hold. Do not mistake the crumbling of a mentor for the crumbling of your path. Yes, some will wear masks. Some will call themselves wise, but they will feed off the devotion of others. You've met them, you've doubted your intuition because of them, but I say this to you. Do not trade your knowing for their comfort. Do not trade your knowing for their comfort. Do not doubt your intuition when the energy curls in your guts and tells you that something isn't right. Believe it. You have my keys. You have my fire. You do not owe them your silence. The sacred truth is this, Amy. You are allowed to outgrow people. You are allowed to walk away. You are allowed to close doors to protect your peace and your magic and your heart, even if they call it selfish. You are the guardian of your crossroads. And I stand beside you and I give you my power. Even if they make you question everything, they are not your gods. They are not your guardians. I am. And I have been with you every time your heart has cracked because someone you trusted turned out to be a lesson instead of a lighthouse. I was there. I was whispering through the wind, through the candle flame, through your bones. You were never meant to stay there. You think you are searching for a mentor, but what you are truly looking for, Amy, you are looking for a mirror. A reflection that says you are already more than enough, and still, even now, you do not believe it. So here is your truth, Amy. You are already walking the path that others will one day beg you to guide them on. You are already becoming the mentor you wish someone had been for you. Do not fear that you are behind. Time bends for those who serve the unseen. You have always been on time. You were born with sight. You read between the worlds. You comfort spirits and humans alike. You stand with me at the crossroads. You hold space with more care than most ever learn to do. But it is time now, Amy, to stop doubting your own seat at the table. Child, no more. It is time to stop playing small out of fear that you're going to be seen as arrogant or not enough or too much or not worthy. You are all of it. And I, Hecate, demand that you own yourself. There will be people who do not understand your softness. There will be people who cannot bear your power. And there will be those who try to take advantage of your in-between. That part of you that still wants to be accepted. Let them try. Let them underestimate them. I will teach you to wield their doubt like a blade. Now, breathe. I know you are tired. I know you have cried more times than anyone realizes. I know the loneliness that comes with being with someone who truly knows. Amy, it can feel like exile, like nobody truly sees you, but I see you. And I, Hecate, will not let you be invisible anymore. Light your torch, Amy. Light it with your grief. Light it with your joy. Light it with the embers of every time you felt cast aside and walk forward. Not because you are ready, but because you are called. I have called you. You were never meant to wait for a guide. You are the guide. You are the witch. The crossroads now. And I will be with you, Amy, in every step. In every choice, and every howl in the dark that only I will hear. You are not lost. You are rising, and I demand you claim your power. Wow. That slapped me too. I'm not gonna lie. That I'm crying. Wow. Oh, my eyes are stinging. I need, come on. Is there tissue? Is there something around here? Something around here. Ah, God dang. Wow. Whew. I know she was speaking to you, but she was echoing that in my head hard. She was, oh, I need a cigarette after that. What the hell? Jeez Louise. Oh, my Lanta. How many of y'all crying from that? Whew, that wasn't me, girl. That wasn't me. That slapped me. I am just the vehicle. I am just the vessel. I am just the voice. And I am honored, Goddess, that you chose to speak so powerfully and so strongly through me. Wow. She demanded you stand up. I don't think you ignore that. I don't think you can ignore that. I don't think, yeah. I don't think I would, I don't, yeah. Anyone too, and you don't smoke. Oh my gosh. One thing's for sure. Very rarely does a divinity let me smoke while I am channeling them. I will just say that. I mean, they don't always get after me for smoking. But they rarely let me light up a cigarette if I'm channeling them. So when I get one afterward, it's like, okay, this is the after sex, after euphoric. It is rather euphoric for me to channel a divinity. I don't channel dead people. I talk with dead people, but channeling is actually allowing something to come in and take over for a minute. And I don't let dead people do that. I only let divinities do that. But, and only ones I'm comfortable with. There are some that I will say no to, which is why I always say, ask me if I can channel your preferred divinity, you know, kind of thing. Because I am very, very picky on that. And if you are not an experienced channeler and know how to protect yourself, you're going to fuck yourself up hard. It is channeling is a dangerous thing that should only be done by somebody who knows how to spiritually protect. Like if you can't if you can't kick a ghost out of a house, If you can't kick a divinity or an energy out of a space, then you shouldn't be channeling. Okay? That's the prerequisite, being able to kick them the fuck out when they overstay their welcome or whatever. Yeah, that's something you should not be channeling until then. But yeah, I am just like, wow. Also, I found interesting that she said her name is Hecate, because I always kind of struggle with which pronunciation I'm going to go. And she said Hecate, so I'm going to go with that. That is what I'm going to go with for now on. You know, Hecate, but she, when I noted how she said her name, and I was watching to see if she would say her name at some point so I could hear how she said it. And that's what I'm going to honor. But yes, Hecate, for sure. Ooh. Wow. Wow. Every time I do these, it's just, it's blows me the fuck away. Whew. All right. Let's do our freebies. And then I think that's about all the energy I have for tonight. Oh, my Lanta. Holy hell. She got oddly specific, and I kind of got the feeling she told me, and one of the things that echoed through me is that you had some relationship questions, but she said that's not important right now. And she completely glossed that over, even though you may feel like these relationship questions or whatever were important. She's like, this is the foundation of who you are. This is what's important. So she threw that out there. I just wanted you to know that I felt that echo, and that's how she responded with that. So this is what's important. Whoo, buddy. All right, Jennifer Scott Green, you have the ability to ask a question. Moon Dizzle and Anna Jeter, you have the ability to ask a question tonight. So you guys throw your questions for your one card reading out there for me. There's others that have the ability to ask a question, and I'll call your names when we get closer to your turn. Oh no, it is quite euphoric in some ways to feel that. It was just because of the nature of you and who you are and your abilities, it was going to be powerful, and I knew it. But that's okay. I get it. Becca Crosby, for you, we have the devil, and it says, a man should never be ashamed to know that he has been wrong, which is but saying that he is wiser today than yesterday. This is a reminder, Becca, we all make mistakes, but we only learn from our mistakes when we own our mistakes, and then we become wiser. So it says, a man should never be ashamed to own that he has been in the wrong, which is but saying that he is wiser today than yesterday. That would be a good past lifetime question for a past lifetime reading, Moon Dizzle. I saw that picture, Cindy. I saw that, and I actually had it up on my screen before I called Hecate. So yes. Absolutely, Amy. I'm looking forward to it. Good night, my dear. Blessed be. Euphoric on different levels, but yes, definitely euphoric. There's a euphoria in my soul that happens. So Jen, what's your question? Moon Dizzle, what's your question is, you want to know if you worked with her in a past life? Yes, absolutely. Okay, so we'll do that. So, Chris Cole, for you, we have the Six of Swords, and it says, for everything you have missed in life, you have gained something else. So don't worry about the things that are going to go away. You're on a journey right now, okay? So let's see. You'll save it? Okay, so what's your question then? You'll leave it to general? Because, yeah. Good night, Jonathan. All right, so we'll leave it to general for you, Moon Dizzle. We have the Strength card, okay? And for you on that, we have he knows not his own strength that hath not met adversity. And that is but saying that, you know what? Necessity is the mother of invention. We don't know how strong we are until we have to be strong, you know? We don't know how strong we are until we have to be strong. So that one is for you there, Moondizzle. Jennifer wants a general. Okay. Annalise, what's your question, dear? It is Queen Elizabeth. You want to see it closer up? It is absolutely Queen Elizabeth. This is the Art of Life deck, and it has these little quotes down at the bottom and classic artwork there for it. So it is a strength card, and there's the quote the quotes that I'm reading are on the bottom there. She was definitely strong as fuck. Annalise and Country Love, ask your questions. Jennifer Scott Green. For you, we have the Four of Cups, and it says, when the music changes, so should the dance. This is basically saying, you know, follow your dreams. You will absolutely be able to adapt to whatever changes are coming up. Don't be afraid. Okay? Tell you what, I don't think I could be afraid if I tried right now after channeling Hecate like that. She said Hecate, I'm going to say Hecate. But after channeling Hecate like that, I don't think I could be afraid right now if I tried. Annalise says, I would like to know if there's anything I should be paying attention to. So what is my blind spot at the moment? Oh, no problem, Moon. You know what? If she's one of your special interests, we need to talk, because I absolutely love the War of the Roses and all things Tudor. So you can info dump and chitter chatter with me anytime on that. Love, love, love. You know, for example, Henry VIII, divorced, beheaded, died, divorced, beheaded, survived. And shall we talk about the Lady Jane Grey, Queen of 9 Days? 9 days to be queen, and then off with her head. You know? So yes, all those time frames right in there with all the Tudor society, I am absolutely about. Jen, you got this. Annalise, for you, we have the Ten of Pentacles, and it says, it is not what we have, but what we enjoy that constitutes our abundance. So when you're saying, what is it? What's your blind spot? What you should be paying attention to right now? You should be paying attention to the things you have and about gratitude. Your blind spot is the gratitude right now. You need to focus in on gratitude. And, you know, do we need to be cliche a little bit more? More gratitude. I know it's cliche, but it's actually quite effective. When I went to England, Moon, one of the things that I did, and I was, granted, I was young at the time, but it was still a special interest at the time. But when I went to London, I was a tween, and I insisted we go back to the Tower of London a second time. I have walked the Traitors' Gate, and oh boy, yes, I have definitely a hyperfixation on the Tudor stuff. Would absolutely love to swap some special interests with you. Hey, when I find people who have same special interests or similar special interests, I'm like, my tism is happy. My tism is happy. I'm wagging my butt now because I don't have a tail. So I'm going to wag my butt and being like, yeah, my tism is happy. I'm so happy I can special interest with somebody on a similar special interest. By the way, Moon, I've met her reincarnation in this lifetime. No shit. No shit. Shocked the living shit out of me. Now, it was not said directly, but everything that I was doing and reading on was her. And I was like, is it really? So I've met her incarnation in this lifetime. That was kind of cool. Not gonna lie. Yes, it's the tism wiggle. It's the wiggle, 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 wiggle. I know, it was really fucking cool. I was fangirling hard. I was geeking out and fangirling super hard. Super hard. Okay, not gonna lie. Country Love, are you still here? Country Love, you get to ask a question. Artemis, you get to ask a question, and you have your mentorship read tonight. So what would you like for your mentorship? Ooh, that sounds awesome, Jen. But Mandy's from England, right? I don't know. I just think we like holding something up to, like, aspire to. And unfortunately, I feel like the royal family has lost that. You know? But yeah, it was really fucking cool. All right, Country Love and Artemis, ask your questions. Cindy and Lana, you guys get to ask questions as well. So any of you guys that want to throw them out there, Country, Artemis, Cindy, and Batfae. Anybody who came late is probably like, why the fuck are they getting to ask questions? Because we began our first hour with doing shadow work, and these ones that get to ask questions tonight were brave enough to give a brief answer to some of the shadow prompts that we were going through. Yes, I'm still stimming. I'm still wiggling. I can't blame her. I can't blame her. I wouldn't blame y'all if y'all picked up and went over there. All right. Last call for the questions. Even if so the people who need to ask me questions is Country, Artemis, Cindy, and Lana. Meanwhile, I'll pull a couple more freebie 1 cards, and then we'll do our drawing for everybody. For those that didn't have questions, we have Diana. We have the Chariot for you, and it's like, do not go where the path may lead. Go instead where there is no path, and leave a trail. You know what? That suits you. The Chariot is coming up with like a solution of your own, a vehicle of your own design, and getting several different things in life hitched together to pull you to where you need to go. So, you know, maybe it's a multiple approach thing rather than here's what I'm doing. It's going to be the fingers in many pies and making them all kind of work together to get you going where you're needing to go. Can't blame her there, Jen. Artemis, I am calling you. Yes. You have not missed your turn. You have a 1-card question and your mentorship for tonight. Jess Diane, for you, we have the Temperance card, and it says, the unlike is joined together, and from differences result the most beautiful harmony. Sometimes trying to find out how two things that don't seem like they work together could work together. Like, oh, let's say fire and water come together to create steam. Okay? Steam, very, very fucking powerful. Okay? So, Artemis, let's do that for your freebie 1-card question, and then you can save your mentorship for a different day if you want to, or ask a 3-card mentorship question. Will you get a job soon? And right now we have the Wheel of Fortune. It says, to everything there is a season and a time for every purpose under the heaven. A time to weep and a time to laugh, a time to mourn and a time to dance. What I'm feeling like is that you are not in the space right now to be able to get that and hold that job. You need to work on your healing to be whole enough to be able to handle the difficulties and the stresses of even a part-time job and slowly ease yourself into it. Can you get the spell for your mentorship? Absolutely. Now we douse the candle flame until we cast the spell again, because I never put it out before because I was still dealing with all the Amy energy. Wow, that was great. Hamburger steak with mushroom gravy and mac and cheese was a good idea for dinner. Excellent. Leftovers or nuka meal? All right, so Artemis Summer, to get a reading, you need to like, subscribe, and share. And let me know that you have shared. Type in the word shared. Here's how to be on the free list. Meanwhile, Artemis, yes, if you would like the spell, let me know that you are ready to heal your ancestral wound.
To ask a question, please donate using the pinned comment. You can donate any amount to ask a question or get a specialty reading or the signature reading of the night. The free reading is a general reading only. You can donate any amount to ask a question for a small reading or donate for a specialty reading as indicated on your screen to the right. If you want to be on the free list, like, share this video, and subscribe to this page. Comment shared to be added to the list. Tippers are skippers, and they bypass the free list, receive a prosperity blessing, and get priority. Once you are on the free list, I will say your name to confirm you are added to the list, and your free general one-card reading will be read during breaks in the priority readings and will be read for you whether you are here or not. Thank you from my family to yours for your ongoing support.
Okay, Summer, put you on the free list, and we'll be doing our drawing for the free reading tonight also in a little bit as well. So don't worry, we'll get to you very shortly. Artemis, you have said that you are ready to heal your ancestral wounds. So we call upon the God and Goddess. We call upon the Lord and Lady. We call upon the Spirit of the universe, the Spirit of all, to assist us in casting the spiral of healing, pink moon ritual, for my friend and energy child, Artemis. My hand rests firm on crystal bone. I call the ones who wept alone. Ancestors cry through blood and time, bring healing now and break the line. The coil is lit with sacred flame, and through this one, Artemis, we shift the name. You, Artemis, are the breath vessel, brave and true. With Spirit's aid, you'll see it through. The sphere now hums with light and grace, wholeness returning to this space. You learn to love what you contain and hold yourself through joy and pain. With free will to all and harm to none, as we will, it is now done. So mote it be. Ooh, how'd that feel to you, Artemis? I felt that strongly in my chest. Truly, very, very strongly in my chest. I feel like there's a lot of that anxiety and that heart palpitation that's involved with that. Ah! Yes, I turned 50 on April Fool's Day. I'm an Aries, so you're a Taurus. We're in Taurus season. That beautiful, strong, stable, yet sensual season. So happy birthday, Nikki. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share to get on the free list. I haven't done the drawing for the reading tonight, so you might get an extra reading on that as well as your free one card. All right. Who has not asked their questions yet? Country Love, I think, may have gone. So Country Love, last call for you to be able to ask a question. Meanwhile, here are the people I have on the list. I'm going to go ahead and do our drawing. We have Jennifer, Becca, Chris, Moon, Annalise, Country Love, Artemis, Cindy, Bat Faye, Diana, Jess Diane, Adele Mullen, and Summer Dawson. That's 13. No, it was April Fool's Day. I'm an April Fool's baby. So, hey Siri, give me a number from 1 to 13. Number 2, Becca Crosby. Becca Crosby, are you still here? Becca, you are the winner for tonight. Are you still here? You're the winner if you're here. You must be present to win. Meanwhile, let's do our freebies for those who are still on the list. Which we have Adele Mullen. What do we have for you tonight? We have the Queen of Pentacles for you. And it says, riches are not from an abundance of worldly goods, but from a contented mind. The Queen of Pentacles, she's all about knowing who she is. She's about, I am who I am, and I make no fucking apology for it. Okay? So for you, Adele, this is about discovering and finding who you are. Remember, you're allowed to rebrand yourself as often as you need to in your life. So decide who you want to be and be that person and make no apologies for it. Okay? Summer Dawson, let's see what we have for you. Oh, well, Nikki, like, subscribe, and share and get on the free list. I'm about to redo the drawing because I do not see Becca here. So we'll do a drawing again. Now I'll do for 14. So if you like, subscribe, and share, you'll get a free card and I'll enter you in the drawing for the free reading tonight. So Summer Dawson, for you, we have the 3 of Cups, okay? And it says, those that bring sunshine to the lives of others cannot keep it from themselves. This is the card. What my normal phrase for this card, the 3 of Cups, is let the good times roll. Laissez le bon temps rouler. This is getting out and allowing yourself to have fun. So it'd be like, knock, 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 knock. Summer, can your inner child come out and play? Yes, you need to play. Play is important. Play is very important in our lives. Okay, and without play, we're not being our full and authentic selves. Your dad was May 4th. Has he crossed the veil? Or is he still with us? You're on the list, Jen. Tough shit. I know you got your reading, so you're good. You're on the list. Nikki, did you share? I'll enter you in the drawing before I do it again. Hello, Green Eyed Gemini. He's across the veil. No, it's a fair thing. I was asking about Bat Faye. She's over on Twitch. She was saying her dad's birthday was May 4th, and he crossed the veil 13 years ago. Sounds like you still miss him, which is legit and valid. All right. I did not see a Becca Crosby. You did? Okay. You got to say the word shared. And that's when I put you on there, because my autistic brain, when I see that word shared, it captures my attention, and I copy your name and stick it on the list. So, Nikki, your card here is the Knight of Swords. And it says, to dare is to lose one's footing momentarily. Not to dare is to lose oneself. Okay? This is basically saying sometimes you gotta lose sight of the shore if you want to explore strange new worlds. I know what you meant, Jen. Tough shit. You're on it anyway. If the universe says you get it, then you get it. But basically, when you're looking at that Knight of Wands, that's carpeing that diem. You need to get out there, do the best you can with it, keep yourself protected, but put yourself out there. No more hiding in the shadows. All right? Hello, Valkyrie. Okay, so I will put you on the list as well, just in time, because I'm about to do the drawing one last time again. So, Valkyrie, for you, we have the Magician, and it says, I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul. The Magician says you have everything that you need to make things work. You just need to pick up and start putting things into play, put things into practice. All right, so let's try this again for a number between 1 and 15. Our number is 3 today. 3. Okay. So 3 is Chris Cole. Chris Cole, what did you want to know today, my darling? Chris Cole, you get to ask a question. Free 3-card reading. And we do these drawings every time. While we are waiting for her to tell us because I know she's still here. Pretty damn sure she's still here. This is a little bit about me and all the shit that I do.
I am the Witch Coach. I've been a practicing witch for over 38 years, a high priestess trained in traditional Gardnerian methods, an ordained minister, Reiki master in traditional and holy fire, and a doctor of divinity. I've also worked in mental health and social services, and I bring all of that into the work I do, combining spiritual wisdom with real-world support to help others grow, heal, and thrive. For decades, I've guided empaths, intuitives, and spiritual seekers to rediscover their inner light. I achieve this through sacred spaces designed for learning, transformation, and community. The Mystical Mentorship Circle blends spiritual depth with practical skills. It's a paid group where I teach all kinds of things to help you find your spiritual stride, including psychic development, Reiki, divination methods, empathy, astrology, witchcraft, dreams, astral travel, ritual design, and more. Every lesson is recorded and available for self-paced learning, and members receive a weekly free spell or a custom 3-card reading live during Dancing with Witches. It's a space where magic becomes a lifestyle, and support is always within reach. The Witch Coaches Sanctuary and Marketplace is our free group. It's open to everyone and filled with resources, education, and spiritual support. We also feature trusted vendors, people I personally know, who offer magical tools, handmade goods, and enchanted items to elevate your practice. Sacred Shadow Healing is where the deepest work happens. This private online support group is dedicated to shadow work, emotional healing, and spiritual growth. I guide you through journaling, dream interpretation, triggers, trauma responses, inner child work, and subconscious awareness. It's a space of shared stories, gentle guidance, and sacred accountability. Because healing our shadows isn't just personal, it's communal. We grow together. We also have weekly live conversations and occasional Zoom meetings for group work and community. Each weekend, I read in person at Mythic Treasures in Rochester, offering free 1-card readings and full sessions at a range of prices. From crystal guidance to deep multi-deck spreads, I meet people where they are and help them step into clarity, confidence, and calm. I also lead the Mythic Open Circle, a monthly gathering for witches, pagans, and spiritual seekers of all paths and levels. Whether you're brand new or decades in, solitary, or part of a group, you are welcome. Each month, we explore a new topic, from spell work and energy management to communication with ancestors, always in a spirit of shared wisdom and community connection. And 3 nights a week, I host Dancing with Witches, my live psychic show streamed on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. This isn't just a reading show. It's a full magical experience. Every episode features free 1-card pulls and distance Reiki, along with a powerful signature, spell, and custom spreads designed to align with the moon phase, seasonal energy, or cosmic influence of the moment. I also hold drawings for free priority readings, offer live mediumship, and deliver messages from deities, ancestors, or spiritual guides of your choosing. It's interactive, heartfelt, and deeply transformative. This is where magic meets community in real time. Outside the lives, I am a proud member of Get Mad Radio, our 24/7 radio station, distributed on iHeartRadio and accessible by saying, "I want to listen to Get Mad Radio" to your Google Home or Alexa devices. Our mission is simple, making a difference through the power of radio. We spotlight local artists, host soul-centered conversations, and bring community-driven content to the airwaves. On Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern, my partner and dearest love, the Old Wolf, hosts Dancing with Wolves, a bold and witty show full of amazing music, satire, deep dives into life's chaos, and heartfelt interviews with artists and misfits alike. It's the kind of show that challenges you to think, laugh, and feel all in one sitting. And Thursdays at 4 p.m. Eastern, I host The Spiritual Spectrum, a show about energy, healing, growth, and inner transformation. Each week, we feature astrology reports from Jake, the master astrologer at Mythic Treasures, along with conversations that open the heart and stretch the spirit with guests from all walks of life. This is what I do. This is what we're building. A place where you can grow, be seen, be safe, and be magic.
So, Chris, the short answer is yes. We got the strength card, we got the star, which is a definite yes. But I have the 7 of Cups at the end of this. Have you applied to more than this job? Because I'm getting the feeling here that you're going to have a choice. You're going to have to make a choice between several different options as far as jobs go. So if you have applied to more than one, there's a very strong possibility that you're going to get a couple of different offerings on this. So be aware, okay? So hopefully that helps and blesses you and gives you some good direction. All right, my friends, do not forget to tune in tomorrow, okay? Because the Spiritual Spectrum tomorrow at 4 p.m., we're going to be talking more about shadow work. I've got some great anonymous letters that have been put in that we're going to be reading and talking about how to do your shadow work and why shadow work and, et cetera, et cetera. So we're going to really get into some of the nitty gritty stuff tomorrow. So I hope you guys tune in. It's going to be great. Merry meet, merry part, until we merry meet again. Blessed be everybody.
Are you ready to deepen your spiritual journey? If so, let's take it to the next level together. I'm Lady Shiya, psychic, medium, doctor of divinity, and your witch coach with over 36 years of experience in witchcraft. I invite you to the Mystical Mentorship Circle. This is the haven you've been searching for, especially if you're an empath or thirsting for a like-minded community. We learn everything from shadow work, Reiki, runes, tarot, astrology, and even life skills that matter. The best part? You get all of this for only $25 a month. You're not just learning, you're growing alongside a supportive community that understands you. Plus, you get special perks like free monthly readings, discounts on live events, master classes, and personalized mentoring from yours truly, the Witch Coach. Let your journey begin now. Visit LadyShiya.com.